Welcome guys, FC Farmer here. Today we're going to cover seeding in the MR guide. Now, I already have a video up about buying seeds, so I'm not going to cover that in this video, at least visually, but I do want to make a note of it here. Remember, when you buy seeds, different seed types cost different amounts. Wheat is not the same price as canola seeds, is not the same price as barley seeds. Okay? So, what I'm going to show you guys today is the differences in usage when you're planting these. So I've got three seeders lined up. They're all the same model, all pulled by the same tractor. They have different crops in them. This one's going to plant wheat, this one's going to plant canola, and this one's going to plant barley. Okay, we're just going to go one line straight across the field, and we'll take note of how much we use. All of them are completely full at 1,500 liters. Okay? Now normally, going back to my point, I would not fill a seeder with 1,500 liters of canola because I know canola does not use very much, and that's very expensive. So, let's get started. Wheat first. I'm going to do this by hand so we don't have any weird things with the helpers going on. Set my speed setting 1. Let's go 2. Probably go a little faster. Okay, so remember, same tractor, same planter, all completely full. And we are planting here, even though it's probably a little hard to see the different textures. Now in this case we're using a pretty small sample size, but it's still going to demonstrate our point. Almost to the end of the field here. Okay, there we go. 1492. Year Columbus sailed the ocean blue. Ha! Sorry, bad joke. Okay. Next one. Barley. Pour it down. Turn it on. Plant. Oh. Now the usage numbers and other numbers are included with the MR mod. There's a couple data PDF files. Or PDF files. One of them is data and one of them is some other information. Look through those if you want the numbers. You can also find them various places, but it's more the concept we're after here, not the actual numbers. So almost getting done here. 1492, and that's going to be 1492 as well. I will say before we go on, barley and wheat are pretty close in their usage as far as liters of seed per hectare planted. So as small as the sample sizes we're using here, I'm not surprised that they came out the same. So to go one stripe down this field, we used 8 liters for both of those. Whoops, that's not the one I want. This is the one I want. Man, I'm just having a rough day today. Okay, drop it down, turn it on. Now we'll see what canola looks like. And you should already be able to get a pretty good indication that it's going to be less, seeing that we're halfway across the field now and we have only used 1 liter. Now, again, don't take much from these exact numbers. If I were going to try to give you exact numbers, I would have to plant a much larger area. But for canola, we just made it all the way across the field and used 1 liter. In reality, we probably didn't even use a full liter. So that's the difference, and that's why I tell you, when you go to plant canola, don't fill your whole seeder full of it because it's really expensive and you're not going to use it. Then if I go to switch seed types, say, you know, if I only have 1 planter, which is pretty common early in the game, if I go to switch and decide I want to plant wheat with this thing, now it's completely emptied out. And I did get some money back, but not all of my money that I spent on that seed. Just keep that in mind. Now remember, different crops will plant at different rates. As far as the four grains, wheat, barley, canola, and corn, wheat and barley are pretty high usage per hectare, up around 200. Canola is like single digits, like 4 liters per hectare. Corn, kind of in the middle, around 40. Okay. Potatoes, the root crops, potatoes, extremely high as far as liters per hectare to plant it. But then your yield is also high. And when I say extremely high, I'm talking like over 2,000 liters per hectare. Sugar beets, on the other hand, is much more like canola. It's like right around 4 liters per hectare. So keep that in mind when you're planting. Know how big your fields are, or approximately how big they are, and only put enough seed in your planter to do what you need. Alright guys, this has been FC Farmer playing Farming Simulator 2013. Thanks for watching.